Okay, okay, so I'm hoping that this memory doesn't run out. I'm also hoping that I maintain my throat chakra because I feel like this is an important story to tell. So I woke up this morning and I've been really intentional about setting my intention for the day, asking for only magic and wealth and abundance and love, and not fearing intimacy, and like having relationships that matter, and knowing that I can speak those things into existence. But then of course, being the analytical creationist that I am and needing clear signs that I'm on the right path, which I am on the right path. I know that I am. I can feel it, but like sometimes I just need snaps, like smacks in the face. And so I woke up this morning and I wanted a smack in the face. I do it every morning, but today was special. And so I get here and everything is timed perfectly, which is amazing because I chose to pick up my check from Desert CrossFit on the way here because I had forgotten it yesterday. And then B, because I accidentally got on westbound instead of eastbound, so I was heading in the wrong direction when I was trying to come to work from the gym. So it was like detours, there was lots of traffic. It probably took me 45 minutes to get to work. And everything was timed perfectly, from coming into the gate, the conversation that I had with Anna, which is one of my favorite parts of the day, and then Allie coming from behind me in the golf cart, and me parking, and then who I ran into in the bathroom and what she said about my past. Like everything was just timed perfectly. I came upstairs, I put my stuff down, I kind of danced around for a second, like maybe 60 seconds, like thinking about what I should do next. And then I was like, I need to get my second round of things because I'm coming all the way up to the Lookout and I have a lot of shit. I don't have an office. Well, this is my office, but I'm like a traveling office, so I have a lot of shit to bring. So I had brought my yoga mat, my basket with my purse and bananas and all of that everyday stuff in it. It's all everyday stuff. And my camera in the camera bag. So then I had to go get my backpack and the big LLC box that I have now that I use to elevate my laptop when I work on it. So I needed to go get those two things from my vehicle. So I came out, like I went downstairs and then I went outside thinking about going to get a donut, but no, I'll walk outside, like not be a fat kid. And then over to the right, I see the man who had won the television about a month and a half ago from lawn maintenance. And there are I think like 16 or 17 of them or something like that, and they're all Hispanic, and they were all in a room, and I drew a name for a TV. Well, before this happened, like this was the man who was watering right outside, like right as soon as I walked outside. So I was like, oh, hi, and he says hi back to me, and then he continues watering, and I start to walk down the hill because there's a really steep hill down to the parking lot. And I start walking, and then I kind of turn around and I dance, and I'm like, Chris told me that I needed to ask Tyson, his manager, questions about him so that I could put something about it in the newsletter that goes out every month. Like, so I have this picture of he and Chris because he won this television, and I needed to write up something to go along with that picture about how he won the television, what his life was like, blah, blah, blah. Golf. Lee's talking. Okay, so distraction. So I'm walking down the hill, and then I stop and I start dancing. Like, what am I doing? I shouldn't just say hi to him. Like, this is my opportunity. I don't need to ask Tyson, his boss. I don't need to talk to a middleman. I just talk to him. He's right here. Like, I never really talked to him before, except when I told him he was going to win the TV. And I didn't know that he even really spoke English because he was like real hesitant to talk to me when I was down at lawn maintenance taking photos and when I drew the name that day. So let's go to that. Let's go there for a second. So there was this large television that was going in a drawing for all of lawn maintenance because for a full year nobody got injured, and apparently that's like unheard of in the lawn maintenance in the golf industry. Like, there's always workman comp issues that happen because people get, hurt because for whatever reason, the heat, anything. They come to work drunk, they fuck up, something like that, So it's a really big deal. So they were rewarded for having no one receive, or have no one have an issue, and the club didn't receive any workman comp issues. So, you know, there's the 17 names in there, however many, and there's all of these Hispanic men in there, like, who are tired. They've been working all morning, and it's their lunchtime, and they're getting fed, and they're getting like this opportunity to win the TV. Well, apparently they knew about it for a long time, like a month in advance, that this drawing was going to happen. Like, they were stoked on this, like this event to eat and then have the TV drawing. And they're all sitting around in this tiny break room. I'm the only female in there, and then there's our general manager, Chris, and then their manager, Tyson, and then the translator, like assistant manager, Ernie, because so many of them don't speak English. So I'm like sitting around, like kind of talking, but mostly like listening and observing them, because a lot of them aren't really talking, or they're speaking in Spanish. So I sit next to him and I was like, hey, what's your name? And he tells me, and which I don't remember what it is right now. It's like G and it's long. So I was like, are you gonna win this TV today? And he's like, no, not at all. And like, but he didn't say not at all. He's like, oh, no. And I was like, yeah, you are. And he said, no, I'm not. And I said, yes, you are. Like, whoever's gonna draw your name for that TV is going, whoever's gonna draw the name for that TV is going to draw your name. And he's like, no. And so we're sitting there, and Chris goes up and he starts talking, and I'm like going up and I'm taking pictures, and he's like, okay, now Taylor is gonna reach into this basket and pull out a name. So I'm like, I go up there and I pull out a name, and obviously it's like something that I can't pronounce, and I have this feeling like as I'm looking at it, like I think that may have been what he just told me. And I like give it to Chris, and Chris just kind of like shrugs, like he doesn't know what to do with it, and he gives it to Ernie, the assistant manager and the translator. And he says, the man who I just told who is going to win a TV. Like, coincidence? Yeah, like 1 in 17. I don't know odds or probability or whatever. Like, so that's what I'm thinking, like, whatever. Like, it felt good. And then I went back and sat down with him, and then obviously was cocky. Like, see, I told you that whoever's going to draw the name was going to draw your name. Like, I told you were going to win this TV. And he just kind of looking at me like, okay. So that's that story. I've seen him like around 1 or 2 times since then. Again, this is like a month and a half ago. Like, and I'll wave to him and he'll, you know, wave back or whatever. But I haven't actually, like, I haven't had any conversations with him whatsoever. So I see him, at this point I'm halfway down the hill, and I'm just like dancing around like, no, fucking talk to him. You don't need to go through Tyson to talk to him. So he like he finishes his watering in that moment, and he like gets in his cart, and he starts coming down the hill, and I like stop him, and I'm like, hi, and he's like, hi, how are you? And I said, you know, I'm good. I'm doing an article about you in the newsletter because you won a TV, and I just wanted to know about you. Like, what? Tell me something about you. And he's like, oh, no. And I said, nothing, like, you have nothing there is to say about you. And he says, are you a witch? And I was like, well, if I am, I'd like to think that I'm a good one. And he said, the TV. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm writing the news article on. And he's like, no, I told everyone that I was going to win the TV. Like, every day I was thinking about the TV all the time. All I could do was think about that TV. And then when I came, I didn't, no, but I was thinking about it all the time. And then you told me, oh, you're going to win the